Good morning on this very beautiful and frosty Colorado morning. It is 25 degrees outside. We are on US 287 heading up to the Wyoming border. We're a little bit south of Denver at the moment, and we are attempting today to beat some real bad winds in Wyoming, and we're running head on into a bad snowstorm tonight. So we're probably gonna make it, if we make it where we want to be, we're probably gonna end up getting snowed in, which is fine. We have time, and we're not allowed to move if you have to chain because we're bannered. So it is what it is. I'm not too worried about it. But took off this morning first thing, had to hit the first scale house in Colorado, and which was open, so we had to get scaled, go inside with our permits, our CDLs, and we have it all in a binder, but with your registration and insurance and all that, in case they want to check it. They didn't look at the registration and insurance or none of that, or my BOLs, which I brought those in as well. They just really looked at my license, and they looked over my permit and said, cool, you're good to go. It's pretty easy. So every state is a little bit different. Wyoming being one of them that's different than everywhere else. In Wyoming, they will not give you a permit unless it's in person. So you have to call Wyoming 4 hours prior and tell them, hey, I'm oversized, I'm coming up through Wyoming. You'll call whatever scale house you're gonna hit first when you get into the state. And then they'll ask you a couple questions. They'll ask you, okay, what's your license plate number on your tractor? What's your overall length, tractor and trailer length, width of the load, and a couple other little things like that. And then they'll give you a clearance number. And the clearance number is what you need to get your permit in person when you get to the Wyoming port of entry. They call them port of entries. Scale house is known for, you know, the most part, but it's whatever you want to call them. So that's what you do when you get there. They print it off for you in person, and then you have your Wyoming permit. But that's the only way to do it. You cannot get it electronically like almost every other state does. I'm not sure if anybody else still does it on paper but Wyoming, so that's something to keep in mind. If you're curious about other states, I would just research them online. You can find out on their own little DOT websites. But today we are cruising, making our way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and I'm homebound, except I'm already home because I live in my truck. But let's go to the Rockies, shall we? There you go. Can you see the Rockies now?
No.
Blind as a bat.
I can see the Rockies to the little bit to the left, but not to the front.
Still beautiful. I will tell you one thing. Being out here, out west, is just, it's good for the soul, man. There is nothing like the west of the United States. There's some beautiful places in the world, and I've been a lot of places in the world. I'm a very well-traveled man, but there's just something about the Rocky Mountains that's special. And I don't know about you guys, but mountains just do it for me, man. It's hard to explain. It's just an overwhelming feeling of happiness. So I am just enjoying being out west, and hopefully I'll get to show you some of the beautiful sights that these states have to offer. What's going on, everybody? I hope you're enjoying my videos so far. If you are, please go ahead, give me a like, give me a comment down below, and consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps me out a lot. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your continued support, and I hope you're enjoying the video. And I really hope you're staying warm, because right now I'm about to go back inside, because that's not the only snowballs I got. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rockies. We just went through Denver. We got pretty bad traffic through there, so couldn't really do a lot of filming, and we're talking back and forth on the radio, and there's all sorts of bunch of going on. So I didn't film none of that, but I mean, you can Google pictures of Denver if you want. It's pretty, very pretty out here. Snow on the mountains over there, and we're running up to the Wyoming border here in probably about 60 miles or so. But it is absolutely beautiful out here. And I can tell you personally that being out west, being out by those mountains, it does a lot for the soul. Man, it is good to be out here. I don't care that it's cold. I don't care that we're getting delayed via weather. Whatever, man, it don't bother me none. I'm just happy to be here and happy to be alive. And when you see things that are as beautiful as that mountain range, sometimes you just have to remember how wonderful it is to live in this beautiful world that we have and get to experience the life that we get to live. It's important that you take the time to appreciate the little things like that. I guarantee it'll make you a whole lot happier. So we're gonna scoot on up I-25 here to the scale house and go get our permits. Here we go, the Wyoming port of entry. Now what we got to do here is we got to pull up onto the scale. We'll hit the scale, and then we got to pull off to the side, and we got to take all of our documentation in: license, registration, insurance. We need that number that they gave us, and we need the bill of lading, and then they'll go through all of that stuff and give us a permit. So we're gonna hit the scale here and pull off and go on inside and all that fun stuff. Now keep in mind, this is the first time we've stopped today. So we've been running for about 5 hours straight, no break. So your boy gotta pee. Oh, that's pretty. A little bit of snow on the ground over here still, but it's our turn to scale.
Bring in your paperwork and trailer plate number.
All right, thank you. So now we got to park up here, get our trailer plate number, and go inside to get our permit. Alrighty, I'll let you know how it goes.
But I do got the heat going on in my truck right now.
Shoot, I'm tempted to roll the window down. It's beautiful outside. I do have a feeling that we're probably going to show up around the same time, that everybody's kind of thinking the same thing that we are, either trying to get ready for the snow to hit or just trying to go and have lunch or whatever. So, but I mean, being if we're going to stay at the TA, I think we're going to be fine. There's going to be plenty of spots.
Oh yeah, we got a mile to our exit.
Yeah, I'm just scooting past Walmart.
Need I'm slowing down. Need me to slow down?
Nah, I got it.
Alright.
So, Wyoming, welcome.
Yeah, we got him. He
Beautiful.
said, yeah, you got him for 4 days, but you got 2 days extra.
Yeah, he told me exactly the same thing. So, Wyoming port of entry, scale, tell you to come inside, park it. You bring in your registration, your IFTA. They didn't ask for my BOL or nothing like that. They didn't ask for my license, but they do ask for your trailer license plate number. Excuse me. So, those 3 things. It's a $25 fee to get the permit. That bad boy right there.
That was the first time they ever asked for the trailer plate number.
Oh, I guess apparently it's the first time they've ever asked. Well, it's my first time ever going there at all, so I thought it was normal. But yeah, pretty easy. Took a couple minutes, but we're really trying to hammer down to get up and out of this area and as far west as we can go, which is really only going to be Lamar. I think Lamar is what it is. Maybe it's, I don't remember. Laramie, Wyoming. Laramie, Wyoming. That's where we're going. But we're trying to get as far out there as we can because the snow is expected to hit this afternoon.
We're losing the right lane.
10-4.
Actually not losing it, they just have everybody shooting over. People are working up here on the right.
And there's always one guy in a pickup truck that wants to be in. But yeah, made it through the port of entry there. Got our permits, everything's good to go. We've got 4 days to get across Wyoming, as you heard him say on the CB. They gave us 2 extra because of, you know, we know obviously the weather is going to be bad. And if you can look right here, you can already start to see the clouds moving in. So we're trying to, we're really trying to hammer down to get by and get up there and get ourselves in a good position to sit it out and wait. So we're gonna try and get up there, get a couple spots, and we're probably gonna unhook from our trailers and go both fill with fuel so that we know we're good on fuel, just in case the temperature gets really bad. Because the bunk heater and the APU, they can only do so much. When it gets cold enough, like if it goes below 0, you have to turn the truck on. The truck's got to be running, or the motor will seize up. They'll freeze, and your fuel starts to freeze and everything. So you really got to be careful about that stuff up here around this time of year, especially with the wind. And I mean, you can see the windmills out here that are whipping, and tell that it's certainly windy. It's not that bad yet, but I know we're heading into the worst of it. So we'll see what we find along the way. But yeah, time to hammer down.
A large and slow-moving winter storm will bring prolonged high to extreme road impacts to Wyoming and the region.
Total snow accumulations of 4 to 10 inches. Winds gusting as high as 40 miles an hour. Where? East Sweetwater County. When? From 5 p.m. Monday to 6 a.m. Wednesday. The following impacts are expected. Travel could be difficult, including along Interstate 80. If you must travel, keep an extra flashlight, food, and water in your vehicle in case of an emergency.
Blizzard conditions are likely on I-90, I-25, and Central and Eastern I-80 Tuesday through Thursday, possibly even Friday. Adjust travel plans accordingly as prolonged road closures are possible.
A winter storm warning remains in effect from 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time until 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time Wednesday, and now includes the following area in Wyoming: Laramie Valley.
Picking up moderate to heavy snow come late Monday and especially Tuesday into early Wednesday.
We made it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place here. So here's the plan. We both came up here, got spots. We're dropping our trailers and pulling up to get fuel. When these types of blizzards happen, you never know what is gonna go. You don't know if they're gonna run out of fuel. You know, we're gonna be sitting here for what could be a couple of days. I mean, a couple little flurries are already starting to fly here and there. So we certainly didn't feel comfortable going any further than here. And this is gonna be the spot where we get stuck. It looks like this is it for us for a little while. So if we can chill out here, we got somewhere we can get, you know, food and that and the other thing and coffee and stuff, which is always nice. So in these situations, you know, planning ahead is the best thing you could possibly do. The further ahead you can plan and the more you can give yourself, the better. So we got ourselves in a good location where we got everything we need: showers, food, all of that. So all we got to do is chill and wait. That'll be fine for now. Pop up here, top off fuel. We'll be good. Not to mention we're in just an absolutely beautiful area. Just gorgeous. I know. That fuel spilling on the tanks. It's alright, it's winter time. Alrighty. Look at that. Look at those beautiful mountains in every direction. Oh, so pretty. Wow. That's nice. We'll run over here, grab this trailer, and we're gonna sit still for quite a little while, it seems. And that's it. Now we wait through the storm. as you can see, the road is in fact open. However, because we have these, we still can't go nowhere. We gotta wait on the Wyoming DOT to give us the go-ahead. So all this time stuck in the snow, but goodness, doesn't it produce something absolutely beautiful? Just take a look at those mountains. It's just incredible. I don't mind waiting around when I get to look at something like that. Well, we've been stuck in this snowstorm for 3 days and counting. As I hope you can see, it's actively snowing right now. We still don't have clearance from the DOT, so I'm starting to wonder if we're ever gonna get out of here. The mercy of the weather, what can you do? So, we'll see. Will we ever make it out of here? Who knows? Stay tuned to the next episode to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, we are finally getting the f out of here. It's currently minus like 13, I think. Just colder than Jack Frost nutsack. Man, that wind is not playing around. Whew. Welcome to Utah. Feels like we were in Wyoming for an entire eternity. He was trying to talk loud enough to distract them away from the air leak in my trailer. Try and get them to fix it tonight so it's not costing us any time. So hopefully it all works out that way. But there's only one way to find out. Always hammering down to get somewhere, ain't we?